I think it's you, Kip, Aaron, Mitch.
Is it next Wednesday the sequel?
That's cash max. It's like it, mate. I love the score. That looks really good, man. That looks good. It did look dark the other day when it was down lower. I was going to tell you from home. Like the camera when the camera was shining, it was down lower. That's definitely a better picture.
Okay.
Don't know.
You'd have to show me which stream was it? Premier League.
Yeah, Nathan that the other night. Nathan. Yeah, what was it? I didn't watch lots of it. Didn't you? Oh, that's
I don't do any of those. They're all mobile phones, mate.
Oh, I
That's
thought
all people just stream with a mobile phone.
hence why it was nowhere near as good.
Yeah.
I thought it was yours, was it?
Nah, nowhere near.
Come on, Duran. Scott. I'm just waiting for them to finish their match so I can do a bit of talk. Where's the microphone?
Just pop it up here.
Huh?
Just pop it up here.
Yep. It's ready to go. No. I didn't. Hey? Yeah, that's great.
Keep it on the time.
Joe, did you bring chicken and not bring me? No. Mate, can you train your missus a bit better, please?
Did you end up doing food or not?
I'll give him just all the pizza. Shit later. Just,
Works, mate. Whatever works, eh?
well, I just didn't have time to do it then. So. Where are they? Where's Dax and Luke?
So introduce the home hero first. You know, a lot of WA support. He's made 9 state teams over the juniors and the seniors years. All-roundly lovely bloke. Everybody loves him. Race to 15. First up is Luke Anglesey. His opponent tonight doesn't know where he wants to live. Thinks he's the funniest bloke in pool. He's played for New South Wales. He's played for South Australia. He's played for WA. Then back to New South Wales again when WA doesn't want him. But I'm sure it's going to be a classic match. It's going to be some awesome pot outs, great night. Obviously, we'd love to have 2 main events, but on at the same time. But with streaming, we have 1 each. So if you're not involved in the match, get around, sit down, cheer him on. Dax Wasley. So, race to 15, good luck boys, and the other match will start after this or approximately 7 o'clock. Just on another couple of side notes, if you want dinner tonight, just give me another $5 at some stage and I'm going to order some pizzas later on. The draws and shit we'll worry about later. Alright, let's get games back on. Good luck guys. Oops. Good off. All right. Sorry.
No, they've started. Welcome everybody to the Dax Wasley vs Luke Anglesey match. Commentating for you today, we've got Jeremy Bauer and Luke Foster.
Here we go, the first main event of the night. 2 very attacking players, should be a good quality match.
So Luke, have you got any predictions on this match? You reckon it's going to be a close one, or you reckon someone will run away with it?
To be honest, I think this one's going to be a very close match. Dax has just recently been overseas playing a lot of 9-ball, so he's had his arm going. And Angle's obviously been playing a little bit here in Perth, so both very attacking players, so it should be good. Bit of good fun in this match, I think.
Angles is off to a flying start there on yellows. Angles has got a good opportunity here now that where that red ball's landed. It looks like the yellow will go off the red into the middle. He's just having a look at it there now.
He might be able to just drop the plant in now and then play the other rail ball across the other side, and then play that last two.
Yeah, definitely.
Come a bit high for it though.
That changes things, doesn't it? Because you don't really want to be playing one of the dead balls last.
Yeah, that's right. So he is still electing to take this tough one along the bottom rail, looks like.
If he lands high, you can always put the yellow down the big pocket, can't he? Oh, he's got a bit of coverage there on the top right.
Opportunity here for Dax now though. If he can pot this red off that yellow and open it up so the red on the right hand side can go in the same pocket. I think that's what he tried to do because he came off that jaw quite heavily.
Yeah. Potted it clean, so he'll be trying to work out a way now that he can get behind that red.
He needs to get a good angle here on the middle one to be able to drop on that bottom one. Well, he's tried to play down for it now. He's got under it, so he has a shot on it.
He's giving himself a chance. That's a... Oh, looked good from here.
Yeah,
Angles got that big pocket, doesn't he? So, would you cut this down? Seems like you got a big pocket, or would you just play it off the red?
It depends how easily it goes off the red. The red looks quite square to the middle pocket, which actually makes it a little bit hard. You might have to sort of punch it a little bit.
Looks like he's opted to play it off the red. So he really wants to try and land on the rail here, doesn't he?
He's good there because he can just stun it and play the black into the bottom right. But it looks like you have to punch it a little bit though, so the red's going to be
flying,
going off the bottom, off this top rail. Oh no,
yeah,
could play
great.
it soft. That's alright.
Perfect shot. Luke gets off his first blood. A scorecard on the screen. So I need scorecard's right there in front of it.
So Dax to break off in the second frame.
You reckon a lot of this is going to come down to the break, Luke?
I do, and I also feel like if Dax is to have a good show in this match, he has to have a good start. He needs to be in the match after the first 10 frames or so.
So you reckon he's a good front runner?
Yeah,
yeah.
Definitely.
So he's not that great at coming back from being behind. Adds a lot of pressure to you, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. here to top through this middle one and get into that little cluster of 3 near the red. Oh, he's given it some there. It's worked out not too bad.
He's coming out firing, isn't he?
Yeah, nice little coverage shot there. Angles just opts to get his yellows out and manages to get one in the middle pocket.
Gone into a bit of a safety battle, have we, Luke?
Yeah, they have. Angles tied up this bottom left pocket. Which I don't think we'll see too many safety battles in this match, so
Leaving it so he can only play the yellow on the bottom. But it looks like he might be able to just play this so he can cover the pocket a bit better.
yeah, I think that's all he's really got.
Unless it's frozen.
But he wants to bring the white out enough so he can't play the double on the red.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah, so Dax is looking at the shot you're saying, land low and play the double back into the corner.
Yeah, I think he's going to end up playing that. Might.
I mean, he doesn't have any other troubles.
Last ball that he plays though.
Yep.
Not too sure what he was trying to land on there. He's gone into grinding mode. It's funny because Dax actually said to me before this match he sort of expected everyone for him to come out swinging, but he actually said that if I'm not feeling 100%, I'm actually going to tuck up and try and grind this out. So
fair enough. I mean, there's a bit of money on it.
Because he's not really known for that sort of play.
No, but he can play that style of
He
game.
definitely can, yes.
And I don't think Angles is going to let it get that way anyway. I think Angles is just going to keep attacking.
Yep.
Just promoted those two
Yellows
balls.
out.
Dax will just cover up the yellow.
Yep. He's just going to play smother here. Although Angles can put this one to the right middle and just drift up past this other yellow, and then he has the plant option.
Play the skill shot.
Yeah, to play the yellow that's nearest the middle left, like this, down.
Oh, okay,
go
underneath, yep.
Off the cushion, off the red, and then put the bottom yellow, and the other yellow should stay over the hole.
Yeah. It's a brilliant shot. So what do you
It's
do
a little
here? Do you
bit
just play a
risky
bit of a
playing at
double
that
kiss?
soft. I don't think you can double kiss that.
Just try and keep it on the pocket.
Yeah. It's always a little bit risky playing them shots that soft because you're not moving the red very far, so there's always a chance of it landing like this.
Okay, we've got someone watching it, so it looks like it pots. Wow.
It must have been close, so he did. Although he has got a little bit fortunate and pushed Dax's red frozen on the right hand side.
Oh, a little bit shorter, and he would have been able to screw back into it.
Yeah. Ooh.
He stopped the
He's
black
definitely
going in
left
one
angle
pocket,
Yeah, he's
but can Angles double it for the corner? Is that what you'd be looking at?
Yeah, I think that's all he can see is to get the double to the bottom right. Or he's
Oh.
cornering off and hasn't covered the red. So Dax has a good opportunity here to get it back to level. Looks like he just wants to get it over with one shot.
He just made that look so easy, didn't he? Just screw in, just kiss it out nicely.
Yeah.
And this will be over in 5 seconds. And 1-1. I think they're lucky they can't now. Dax cracking his jokes. It's a nice split, but it's gone awkward, hasn't it?
Yellows aren't too bad because it looks like they all go. You just have to land good on the two that are next to each other near the bottom left there because they both go to the bottom right or the left middle. But there's definitely a bit of work to do.
Yeah, if you can get the top one to the middle, the left middle, I wonder if the other one goes in to the corner. It's hard to tell here.
It is hard to tell.
Because if it does, it's definitely the way to go. Here we go.
Okay, so he has a good angle on this one to the bottom right to pop out and then play the shot you're talking about if it goes. If not, you probably have to try and land for the bottom of the two that are together to play in the middle, so then you can play the other one to the same middle.
Yep, that makes sense.
Or you can
Landed a bit short, but he can push the other yellow across, can't he?
Push that yellow across and bounce it off the rail a little bit and play it to the bottom left.
And you don't want to hit the black here because otherwise you'll kill it. Just go straight for the pot.
Yeah, the yellow doesn't go off the black anyway, I don't think.
Yeah, oh yeah, look at the table. That's perfect.
There we go, he has a good opportunity now.
Just this one yellow here at the top left of the table looks a bit awkward.
Yeah, it looks like it definitely goes.
Just how you can transition to it.
You can screw
Looking
it
at
back
it now.
just past the red now in the middle pocket, and then you should be able to screw off that that ball next and just flick off the red and pop out for your last yellow.
Okay.
Looks like that's the way he's playing. He might even be straight enough to even screw back and just
Screw
miss the
straight
red
back, eh?
completely.
Oh, that's a brilliant shot. Angles with a master. Very nice.
Dax is a dry break there.
There's only one really difficult red, isn't there?
Yeah, it's
But
the one
the
in
black's
the pack.
tied up.
Not sure if he can get into it now.
Pot it and run into those 2 yellows just above the black, or
Oh. That hasn't landed very nice.
just wondering whether or not he's on this red here at the top left of the screen. Top left
I
of the
don't
table.
think he is. I think he's actually snookered. I think that might be really tight to the black.
Ooh.
The problem is going into that pack like that, he's opened up all the yellows as well, so now yellows are actually quite nice.
Brownie on the big screen TV. That's awesome. Oh, this is a great opportunity for Dax. That shot opened up all the yellows.
He has landed a little bit awkward here because he just has the angle on the wrong side. Should be able to just roll through for the one in the middle.
Oh, if he can get on the one by the black, he's laughing. To just
He's
screw
on
into
that
the
one in
black.
between them, that's perfect.
Yeah, just little screw into the black and roll them in.
There you go, he brings it back to 2-0. Big break there by Angles.
Huge break.
He's got a red.
Look at all the
The
yellows.
yellows are beautiful.
That is beautiful. That is mint. Just got to get this ball up the top early, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you screw down the side past the reds or come back out to middle table?
If you can get to it now, I'd play it now. But if not, then you probably just have to play it dead straight and screw back.
It looks like he's landed nice on it where you can just pot it and come back out for the bottom two yellows. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, I think he just has to screw back, maybe just slightly back where he is now.
Yeah.
You just stun this one and then play the right of the two stuck together on the right hand side. Just has to make sure he gives himself a nice angle on the last ball to land neatly on the bite.
So you're potting this one on the outside now and just drifting around? Just natural angle back round onto it? Or oh, okay, he's leaving those till last.
Yeah, I would have taken the far left one and just come off the bottom row and then play the one next to it into the same pocket.
Yeah.
And played the ball that he just played to last.
Yeah, then just straight up and down the table. Take the outside one here.
I don't know if the outside one goes clean, so
yeah, and there you go. And then just
see.
Oh, is he landed straight?
That's what I was saying earlier. He wanted to give himself a nice angle on the last ball. Felt like he sort of rushed through them last three balls a little bit.
He had to punch it.
Yeah. It's a good play.
Nice black. Yeah, I see what you're saying. If he left himself more angle, he could have just actually rolled it in and got further up the table to have a nice, easier black.
Just had to take a little bit more time with it and actually think about the best order to take them last three, because yeah, you're always going to get them, but the order of them was pretty crucial there just to make it more simpler.
Yeah. And the less big shots you have to play, the easier it is.
Right. And you want the white to travel less distance as well when you're trying to get onto the black. But he potted a nice black. You might even see him just pop this red out here and leave the white snug on that yellow. Yeah, that's what he's done.
What are you thinking here, Luke? Because you're in a bit of trouble, aren't you? All the reds are looking pretty nice. And you've got to
definitely.
If you can get to the yellow, you can cut it down to the bottom pocket. But if he doesn't get the pot, all the reds are on.
Yeah, that's right.
What about just playing the shot again, just nudging up to the yellow if it's not on the cushion, and then just leaving the white where it is?
Depends how close that white is to the rail. If that's like super close to the rail, it's a really hard shot to play, and if it's obviously touching the rail, then it's going to be pretty much impossible to play.
Face cut.
I don't blame him for having a bit of a go there, because if it goes in, then you can have a lot more better options.
He's got a chance, yeah. He didn't really have much to go for there, did he?
No.
That was a smart shot by Dax to play the little roll up. It really, secured him in that frame. If Luke didn't get something. So here is the red in the middle, your last ball.
I think it kind of has to be. But the thing is, you have to give yourself an angle because the black ball's gonna be going in the top left pocket here.
It's landed on both.
Looks like he's going to take the middle one.
Screw straight back. But then how do you get to the black?
He had angle that way.
Yep.
I thought he had angle the other way.
So maybe the black goes in the middle and we just can't see on the camera.
Yeah.
Because he's playing like it does. He just screws down the rail here.
Unless he's screwing straight back and playing it.
Yeah, straight down the rail. Yep.
It's a good shot. He's landed perfect on that.
So he really thinks about the way he plays the last balls, doesn't he? You know, he made that look quite easy.
Yeah.
Don't blink and the game's over. Can do.
He's gone yellows and he's missed the first ball. So it's open table. And now yellows are really nice. Oh, he's happy that didn't go in. It's a tough snooker here. I wouldn't be surprised if Dax just touches up yet.
So it's still open table.
No, Angles is on reds and Dax on yellows.
He's really got to try and get some control of that top right pocket on the screen, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, if he can take it off the yellow, they are all there, but then he has to play that red on the rail, down the rail, doesn't he? And the black doesn't go
He
anywhere.
can play this red that he's closest to now and just stun across or top through and leave himself an angle to come off the side rail and then back down to the bottom left side of the table there and then get coverage on that bottom right pocket.
Yep. But you don't want to leave the white down there because Dax can just double the yellow back into his own yellow.
Any sort of angle on that red and you're going to be good, especially if it's on the cushion. That's perfect
That's gold.
because you can run the white pretty much over to where the other red is on the cushion.
It looks like he's looking at going for it, taking it off the yellow, and the white's going to run into the red, isn't it?
Because them two reds that are near the black, they don't go anywhere.
So really he's got to take his medicine here.
Yeah, just have to make sure he gets good coverage here.
Don't know how he can play it off it and get coverage though. If you hit that yellow, aren't you going to pot it?
Oh, he's going to cover it that way. I'm not sure if that was the right option. I felt like you had to overcut that into the near jaw and just sit it over the hole and run the white across.
Maybe the reason he did that was to try and get the white out so that he didn't leave him the double back.
But he was never leaving the double because he was overcutting it, so the white's coming down
I got
near
you.
the red
Yeah,
near the cushion.
I see what you're saying.
Dax just opts to tie the black up. He's going to try and pot the red in the middle and kiss into the yellow and push the yellow into the side pocket and onto the bottom rail. So then the red covers the yellow. He's done.
It's a great shot, isn't it? Now would you just drop the yellow in with the red?
It's not a bad option.
Just depends on how much coverage that yellow. It does look like that yellow goes back in though, doesn't it? Off the jaw.
I don't think it pots, but I think you can return, get the pocket back.
I think that's what he's looking at. Yeah, potting the yellow. He's just got to try and make sure he covers the pocket completely.
Yeah. If there's a bit of angle, he might even be able to play it and then run the white off the cushion and sit it in between the two yellows.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
He's just opted to get it out. Are they playing under a time clock? Is there anyone timing or not? Doesn't look like it, eh?
No, I don't believe so. Wow, that was a good touch.
That was very delicate.
What about the full table double with the red?
I don't mind it because the white's going to stay up near this near this top left pocket. If he can, what's he doing? Okay, he's getting red out.
That red doesn't really go anywhere. You could just dig the yellow out now. Do you cover the pocket properly now with the yellow?
The bottom left one.
Yeah, just to stop the black from having a big pocket. If he does go for it, he's got a double black, and that red that's in the middle of the table is not easy.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Dax has got a plan.
So it depends how easy this yellow takes coverage of this bottom right pocket here now.
Off the jaw.
It mustn't be too bad if he's played for it.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yes, Angles is in a bit of spotted bother now.
So just going to try and push the red in there and make the black messy.
Oh. I was about to say,
That's a
does
brilliant
he
shot.
risk taking the chance and doing that shot? It's come out beautifully. Good finish there by Dax. So what did this pot end up getting to in the end, do you know?
Don't know.
Not too sure. We didn't want to kiss that yellow over, the red ball over, so there.
I've just been informed that the pot was $7.50 each, so $1,500.
$1,500 pot. It's a good long pot there by Angles. This isn't actually too bad now if he can put this one to the top right here and screw across for the other yellow. You can play the yellow near the bottom right off the cushion off the red and then hold for the one in the middle.
Looks like he's got good angle to do that shot.
He just wants to make sure that he's pretty straight on this yellow off the cushion off the red, so
He's
he can
looking
hold
like he's on
nicely
a
for
good
the other
now,
yellow.
isn't he?
Oh, he's gone a little bit far for it. He can still play it off the cushion off the red, and then looks like he might be able to run the white around off two cushions and play the yellow into the same pocket. as long as the white ball misses them 2 reds on the bottom cushion, he should be alright. Oh, he's gone the lay out. Maybe the white ball was going straight into them 2 reds.
Far more safety than I expected in this this match, Luke. But
Yeah,
you got to play the shots that are there, don't you?
that's it. Can only play the table.
Oh, that looked like a really nice shot.
Wonder if he can play this one over the bottom left, and then if he can play that red along the bottom rail off the yellow. That's a mistake.
They're dangerous
by
when
Dax.
you hit the jaw, aren't they? They just jaw straight back out.
Yeah.
Those shots. He's giving Angles a chance here.
Still a little bit of work. This looks quite thin. So he's going to get full coverage of that pocket. I'm not sure if he's got it or not though.
Dax might just cover it up.
He's gone smother.
Yep. Looking at Dax's balls, I'd probably just move the red out the way here. Oh wow, you got it under.
If he's jawed him from the one along the bottom rail, it's a brilliant shot.
He's
And
jacking
that's what
up.
He's going to swerve around the jaw.
That was a bit of a rush shot. I think he might have given him a chance here.
It's close.
If you go like in between the reds with the white, you might just be able to, break on through them. I don't know if he can get back out. Oh wow, straight in between them.
He's got himself really thin on this yellow now. It's going to be really hard to hold on the black.
I don't think you can, do you?
I don't think he can.
I mean, can he cut the yellow in and run into the red on the side and like hold that way? That's about the best I think you could do.
Yeah, you leave yourself a really fine cut into the middle pocket, don't you?
Or a double.
I don't even
but
think the double's on.
Yeah, well then, yeah. He's got a plan.
Maybe-
Oh, that is brilliant. What a shot.
It's a good shot. He's giving himself a chance here. Dax has a good opportunity now to extend his lead. a shot by Angles.
What a shot there by
That's
Angles,
4-all,
hey?
I think. I might be 4-all now.
Up to 4-all.
I think it was 4-3 before that black went in, maybe.
Dax, is that 4-all?
4-all, yeah.
This match.
Let's watch a replay of that, eh, Luke?
That was a good opportunity now for Angles to extend his lead.
Here we go. He cut the black
what a
clean
shot
in.
by
What a
Angles.
shot. Alrighty, 4-all. We're just having a bit of a break at the moment.
While we're doing that, I might...
Alright, we're back on. Angles with the break off. And Angles was getting the ball off the break. There's only one tied up red here. So what he'll want to be trying to do is get to that red and yellow as quick as he can, so he can split them all. That's unlucky. He didn't want both balls there. Just covered up the yellow and the black on the bottom left of the screen there. Just containing safety shot there. Dax says no, I want a pot, I don't want to play safe. Looks like he's landed on a good angle to try and get into him now. he hasn't. Angles is on reds here. Luke, he going for a bit of an out, but potted 2 balls in 1 shot. And then he covered up the bottom left of the table. Do you think there's any danger in just playing those yellows to plant now? Oh, he's going to pot the red.
Oh, he's come too far. He's fast. Look at him.
Dax had a good look. I don't think it is.
No.
So here, if he can get the yellow onto this bottom top left pocket, or the red off the yellow into the top left pocket, he's got a good chance here.
Definitely.
Yeah, great shot. He's got 2, so he can just...
Because that black is very tight off in that rail.
Depends on how straight he is, because he should be able to just double it out. He must have angle going towards the yellow, otherwise he would have doubled it out by now.
Yeah.
Maybe you could just play it off the yellow a bit and into the rail. You know, just chip it off the yellow a bit, just so you can widen the angle for the white.
What if you can play it pretty much dead straight and just roll the white through?
Let's give himself a good angle. He can just swing round off 2 rails here to land on the red to the same pocket.
He might just have to play up just past the middle of the table and take a double on in the middle pocket here. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Leave himself on the double.
Oh, he's played it.
He's actually come out a bit fortunate there, didn't he?
Fortunate to cover the yellow.
I think you got to chip up on the ball on the bottom rail.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna.
What are you thinking here, Luke?
It
looks like he's looking at the
I feel
jaws.
like you kind of have to come off the top rail here and just make contact with the black ball and just put a bit of pressure on him.
Yep. Do you reckon he can play it from the jaws? It looks like that's what he's looking at. I don't know if he can.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if he can.
There we go. Now he's looking at it. What about just rolling up on the yellow? Taking your medicine? I mean...
I don't really like it just because it's quite a tough roll up, and even if you do, you can just flick off it and then land to play the yellow off the black.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, I feel that's what you needed to do. Just put a bit of pressure on.
Take the yellow to the middle. Played it in a shot to nothing. He's left him across table again here.
Yeah, giving himself a chance back at the table. So. Wonder if he plays off the side rail, just as an in or over.
Yeah, well, he just cut one of those in, didn't he? So
Fancy enough if it's a long table double. I feel like going. Yeah, I feel like this is the right shot.
it's only really left him the plant, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has.
Oh no, he's on the ball in the corner.
See, that does not look like it's on at all from here.
No.
Does it?
The camera angle lies to us sometimes, Luke. It's hard to see some of the shots.
Yeah, definitely.
Working towards getting another camera set up so we can have like a straight down view so you can see those shots.
Yeah.
Dax goes 5-4 up. See if Dax can get a ball off the break. He hasn't had much luck so far.
Yeah. Doesn't look like it.
He's come up dry again.
Yellows are going to be. If he's straight enough on this one, top through to the right hand rail to play the one to the top right here. Yellows are definitely the favourite ball.
It's a good ball to transition onto it now. But then you've got to try and get down the table, don't you?
You're going to have to screw off that ball.
Unless you leave those two as your last.
You have to land very, very nicely on this one on the rail to be able to pot it and bring the white back. He's landed very nicely on that.
Screw back to just before the middle pocket. So then you're on that that straight one to the corner.
Yeah.
But you kind of need to be off the rail so you can not sneak yourself on the black, don't you?
You're not going to be able to get yourself off the rail much here, so. And he has to screw back pretty much where his hand is.
He got off the rail nice. So you just screw back a couple of inches off this one and roll the other one into the corner. And then the bottom one first. The other one into the middle last. Is that how you're going about this?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, screw back off this, then play the yellow that's on the far right, and then run through to the yellow near the bottom rail to the bottom left, and then leave the one into the middle last.
Looks like he's got a bit of angle. Just having a look at where he wants to land for that last yellow. think that's perfect. I think you can actually just roll into the red a bit here.
I don't even think he'll roll into the red. I think the white will pretty much
You think he's straight?
be where it is.
That'd be perfect if he's straight. There we go.
Easy on that.
And that black goes into the middle. I think he's got a bit more angle than that, doesn't he? He's going to be...
Just has to make sure
off
it's
the
hot,
rail, nearly. Yep, perfect.
Very nice.
5-4, a 5-all now. They just don't want to let anyone get a head start, do they?
That's it.
They're both
No one's
sticking
got
on
the
each other's
breakaway yet,
tails.
so-
Great quality match though. There's been some, some mistakes and they've all been punished. And he's got another one. That's 5 breaks. He's got a ball off the break. And Dax has come up dry every break.
Yeah. And that can be the difference in these big matches. When you have two good quality opponents, and breaks a big factor. Both balls are pretty decent here. I'm probably more leaning towards reds, to be honest. But he's going... Looks like he's going to go yellows.
Is that just because of the red ball on the top rail of the screen? Is that what you reckon? Why he's opting for yellows here?
I think it must be because it is quite difficult to transition to.
You can just screw back a half a foot here and be on the other one straight to the middle. Oh, he might be trying to pick the gap.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's going to
Pick the gap
screw
would be
back
good.
and, yeah, pick the gap between the two yellows to play the
Because
one
then he's
to the right middle.
got the angle to develop the one on the rail,
Yeah.
and he's got the safety of the other one back in the middle. Oh, he decelerated there.
He might have to just drop this in and either take it down the rail. Yeah, I think he will top through and probably take it down the rail. Oh, he still had a lot of angle on that. That's a nice shot there. But
So the yellow next to the red looks like it goes into the corner,
yeah, I
but he
think it
has to
does.
have angle on it to get past the other yellow, doesn't he, to play to make this finish? Otherwise, they're in the way of each other.
Well, I think he stunned this. The one they just got off the rail. I think he was stunned that to the bottom left.
Okay, yeah.
To the other middle.
I didn't think it was on. That's all. So he's got good angle here. He can run past this yellow and then have it back into the corner, like you were saying then.
Yeah. Oh, it's come just too far.
I think you were right. If you took that one earlier, if it went, then
Definitely, because then you could have played the one that's under these two yellows next, and then you had the other two in the middle.
none of them are in the way of each other. They
Yeah,
all
that's
they all go, don't they? So he's got to play a bit of a swerve shot here and take the long pot. Yeah,
Yeah, he's played that nicely.
brilliant shot. So where's he going to put the black?
I think in the left middle, he's just. I think there's enough angle there to
Miss the end off.
screw back off the side rail.
Oh, he had heaps of angle to screw off side rail. That's perfect. That's a
Nice
brilliant
finishing
clearance
by
by
Angles.
Angles there. He's come up dry again. So that's 6 dries to Dax. Oh, 5 dries to Dax, sorry. Neither of them are really that good, are they? I mean,
I think I actually prefer yellows here.
would you just get a bit of control straight off the bat? Pot this the yellow in the middle of the table to the bottom left of the screen, and then screw back a bit and take this other one down the rail to cover.
Depends how straight this. If you can screw straight back, I think you can screw straight back and then play the one to the bottom left, and then just flick the yellow that's on the red.
Whoa.
It's going into it now.
I don't think either of these yellows go in the middle, so I'm not sure what he's going to do here.
No, it definitely does.
The outside one, you
yeah,
reckon?
outside one definitely goes in the middle.
Oh, yeah. Playing with fire there.
Ran into that a bit uncontrolled. It has not worked out very well.
Actually might not be too bad, because he can roll this yellow in the middle, come up to the bottom rail of the screen now and put the other yellow into the opposite middle, and then run the yellow down the rail.
You have to land a perfect angle on that second
one, yeah.
For that to be an option. He might even be able to screw off that one in the middle.
He's looking at a double.
He's got it. It's a good shot.
Now he's got perfect angle to get there.
As long as that white misses that red near the yellow and red that are together. It looks like it's very close.
Oh, he's clipped the red. You just play the yellow along the rail now.
Yeah, I think you have to. Oh, he's overcut it.
He's overcut that.
Oh, there's white ball. Dax with a good opportunity here.
It's hard when you run the white. These things can happen, can't they? So
Yeah,
he did overcut that quite a bit.
He did not have the white ball in control in that frame at all. In that visit, sorry. Red's drawn. Ooh.
Yeah, the pockets here are a bit unforgiving if you don't hit them right. Do you think he was trying to smother it up a bit more?
Yeah, but he's also left yellow to go underneath that red now in this top right pocket. Dax can just softly run this one down there.
Tricky shot this. If you're going to try and get out, you've got to try and jack up and punch back out. Looks like he can get through though. He's not going to run into the red or the black or anything.
No, it can come out alright, but the shot after it's going to be very tricky as well.
So cut the yellow under the red, so you open the red up and you've got to run the white up and back down the table. Is that what you're playing? Or you just
throwing the white up and down the table is going into the red and the black. So there could be a bit of chaos in this shot.
Oh, big chaos. So would you have maybe just tried to push the yellow in there?
It's the worst result in the world, to be honest.
No, it's not. But would you
he's
have
given away two, but the yellow has landed pretty nicely in that top right pocket.
Uh-oh.
Just wants to top through and get the white to this top rail.
Just kick it off the top rail, you reckon?
I think you have to. You have to play it now because you don't want to have to play that shot and then have to land on the ball that you kick. You want to have another ball.
Just the danger of the white gone in the middle, isn't it?
You probably want to try and go as deep, as far in as you can without hitting the yellow.
Yeah.
With a bit of bottom just to get the red as thick as you can. But he's going to play it last. Yeah, I didn't like this option. Did not like that option at all. He just has to place it off the side of this red now and leave the white on the bottom rail.
He's managed to leave the white safe though.
Yeah.
So do you push the black up here?
Can do. But you want it. Problem doing that is if you leave him in a pot on that red near the bottom left, he can bring the white up and then can make something happen.
Yep.
So you have to make sure that if you do that you leave the balls in a really tough situation for him to be able to do anything.
He's off to just to get out of it.
It's a nice shot by Anglesey.
It's a great shot.
Gonna play the fine smother here. Angles will probably just roll up to this yellow and snooker in from the one that's up near the bottom left down there. He's going to try and snooker in behind the black from it. Problem is doing it that way, it's just an easy escape. He's always going to hit it. saying that he only just hit it.
This is one of those shots that you played before where you play the yellow in between to pot it and it went wrong.
This is a lot more trickier, this one.
Do you play the ball under or do you play the cannon? Or don't play
Yeah,
either?
I don't even think this is it.
Yep.
You needed to go for it there, and you're in such good control here that you're going to get a better opportunity than that one, I feel.
Yeah.
And it's better playing that cannon from where the yellow is now, because there's more room under that red.
I see. So you can hit that yellow.
I wonder if Anglesey has a free shot of playing this yellow all the way down the rail. So Dax is giving away two here, potting the yellow. Sort of forcing Anglesey to have a crack in two shots. Probably just glance off the side of this yellow and leave it for the same pocket, which he's done. Looks like he's got a decent angle to screw down the rail and play the black into the bottom right hand side pocket. Just had to secure it nicely. Just past the middle pocket. get into it a little bit more than that, but he still has the shot on it.
Do you reckon if he plays it with top, he should clear the red, shouldn't he? He shouldn't hit the red at all.
Nowhere near the red.
I was having a look if he put it back in that pocket.
Back in under the red, I think.
So he must think it is going close to the red. No, here we go.
Shouldn't go anywhere near the red.
Just collecting himself.
I think he's mad playing it in this pocket. That's a cracking shot though.
That's
Great
massive.
shot.
And he goes too clear with a massive shot. What a crazy shot.
Felt like it was a much more easier shot into the bottom right pocket, but he obviously felt more comfortable playing it that way.
Right guys, organised pieces for dinner, so come around and grab $5 off this, and then we'll order a load of pizzas up, so everyone's got something. Just shut up, I'm going to give you $20.
Dax has a good opportunity now.
No worries, mate. We'll just watch a
He
replay of
should
that
clear the red, shouldn't he?
enormous
Red at all.
freaking black ball by Luke to go 7-5 up. I was having a look if he put it back in that pocket.
Back in under the red, I think.
Yeah, it looks like you didn't cut it in. I thought the same, but it's hard to tell with the camera angles. Now here we go.
Shouldn't go anywhere near the red.
He looked at it a couple of times, didn't he? Just collecting himself.
I think he's mad playing it in this pocket.
Boom.
That's a cracking
That's
shot.
just
though.
huge. That's massive.
Great
Crazy shot. And he goes too clear with a massive shot. What a crazy shot. So we're just having a bit of a break, guys, and we'll be back very soon with the next match. The next frame, sorry. Alright, we're back in action, and just got me commentating for now. Luke's going to have a bit of a hit. Angles has come up dry, and Dax is on the table. He's taking opted reds. That's a brilliant shot there by Dax. Good opportunity here for Dax if he just rolls this red in. Oh wow. I wonder if he actually played for that. To kill the yellow.
Oh, good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey Darren, welcome to the commentary, mate.
Cheers, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome, mate. Thanks for running such a great event. This is Daz's catch match.
Yeah, this has been a pretty good day. I think we'll end up with a very nice total of cash on for the day, with about 20-25 matches up today, so pretty happy with what we've got today.
And we've still got some awesome matches to come.
Yeah.
The main card.
The main card of Stone Stenhouse and Nathan McMahon. I'm sure we're expecting a lot of pot outs and a lot of great pull from those two players. We've got a great match going on here so far, at least. Very tight so far.
If Angle gets this yellow, he's
you think he'll be potting out from
just
here?
got to put this yellow in the middle and come off the top rail and come back down to pretty much where his cue is for the black, back in the top left hand corner of the screen.
He'd rather be just a little bit off that rail there, but so he's taking his time on it.
I think he just had to take his medicine on the ball down the rail.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, he's hit that beautifully.
He's hit that beautiful. That's just about exactly where he wanted it.
You couldn't pick that up and put it there any better, mate. That
No,
is
no, no.
perfect. Angles goes 8-5 up.
8-5. Nice little break here for Mr. Angles. Sure, Dax will look to come back with this nice big break here and get himself on a bit of a run.
Well, it's interesting you say that. Dax has actually had 5 dry breaks so far, where Angles hasn't really had any dry breaks. I think he's had 2 dry breaks out of all of his breaks so far. So Dax will be scratching for one on this break, that's for sure.
Yeah, I know where he's come from. I had the same problem myself today in my match, but we'll move on from that and we'll look at this. And I'm going to back him to pot a couple of balls off the break here. Luck's about to turn.
Oh, the yellow drops in.
Got a runner.
It might be some good luck for Dax there.
Yeah, well,
Daz.
A couple of big fellas, me and Dax. We're not little, so got to look after ourselves. Oof.
Okay, so he's opted to do the reds. He's only really got one difficult red there, and if you're looking to get early to get in and split them up.
Get a bit of angle on that ball, sort of to the bottom right hand pocket, I think. Just to break into those two. Oh, he tried it then. Just gave it a bit of a slap though. Got a little bit lucky.
It hasn't come out too bad for him. Well, Angles was actually looking to see if that black and yellow plant, because if they do, he can just double this yellow into it. Oh, he tried to do it with the white.
Just ties things up a little bit for a little while, I think.
And then Dax has a look at that plant. We're on Plant Central right now.
Yeah, the train's going.
He's having a look at the Jackie as well. Just playing the red off the yellow, and it goes in the corner. Yes, it does.
Oh, yep. Oh, both. One of them goes in. Look at that. That's just a lovely outcome.
Hasn't landed that nicely though, because he doesn't really want to take this one on the pocket because he can't get back out easy.
Can he get to the one in the middle? I don't think he actually can.
He might opt to just play off this rail into this other red. That's the one. Oh, he
just
spotted
hit it sweet as.
That's brilliant.
Expect him to go out from here now. Just a little bit of work to get on that on the black there, but
yeah, a little bit of work to do. You got to land well on these top 2 balls, either planting them or you've got to land well on the one on the pocket to get to the other one.
Looks like he's just going to play for the plant and pop this one into the middle and come across.
Yeah, well,
leaves a little bit to come back down for that black though, doesn't it? From that top ball with the 2 blockers from the yellows in the right.
I think you'll find the black goes into both pockets. Oh, he had perfect angle. Actually, maybe a bit too much. Now he's going to have to kind of put a bit of bottom on it to try and hold. Oh, no, he should be able to just roll through.
Oh, yeah, lovely angle. Come back through the gap. If it goes to the bottom
so
right,
it must
then
go to the bottom right, the way that he's playing it. Oh, he's having a good look. You think he might actually be looking to cut it thin and try and come back down so he can put it in the bottom left?
Yeah, I think it must be pretty tight to that bottom right pocket the way he's looking around.
The only other thing I think is he might actually be able to play bottom right on the ball and come underneath the yellow on the and around.
Yeah, underneath the top ball, the top end. Yeah.
It looks quite tight, but
he's now thinking that down looking to the middle pocket as well. So
well, if he misses the middle pocket with the white, he'll be a natural angle for that.
Yeah, this is a good shot.
He's got to get it to move.
Just died off that rail a little bit.
Yeah, but you back Dax with his doubles. Oh, he's cut
He's
it.
cut it in.
He's overcut it.
Oof. Yes. Hey, bro. That way, man. Just a bit of a reminder to those guys watching, and later on tonight we'll have Stone Stenhouse and Nathan McMahon, a race to 21. Pot should, be up over about 3,500, I think. Should see some great pull there later on for everyone to watch.
Yeah, that's going to be a killer of a match. So much. Nathan's won pretty much everything he's played in so far this year, and Stone's just well, I'd back Stone. I think Stone's probably the second best player we've got in WA at the moment.
We had, I think it was 13 master breaks in Super League this year, so which is the highest I think that we've had.
Yeah, that takes me back to the match, the singles match Stone played against Luke Anglesey. It was 4-3 to Stone, 4 master breaks to Stone, 3 master breaks to Angles.
Wow.
Actually,
Some
a
pretty
couple
good pull,
of
isn't it?
master shots in there, I think they were, but it was just pot out for pot out.
Yeah.
But then he ran into Nathan, and Nathan tied him up and slowed him down and got him.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it'll be interesting to see how it goes. It's a big, long race.
Big shot here from Dax.
I think Dax is in
Sure
trouble
seems
here.
Yeah, seems to that's opened it up pretty well. I think he was trying to tie up the black ball onto one of Luke's yellows there, but
Just having a look to see if that top yellow goes, because he can just screw back here a touch. And he's on the top yellow to roll through for the other yellow.
yeah, and camera angle can be deceiving a little bit sometimes, can't it? It's sort of
It can.
looks.
I can see the table as well from here, and I think there's plenty of angle for him to
Yeah, it definitely looks like. Yeah.
plenty of.
Yeah,
Oh,
lovely
that's
shot.
superb.
Lovely shot.
I think he might have actually landed a bit straight here, so he might be a little bit of reverse side.
Looks. I'm just looking at the table. I think he's got a tiny bit of angle, but I guess it depends how far he wants to bring the white ball back up. Or he's,
Pretty much where he is now.
yeah, I think it's about.
That line. Yeah.
He's tight, but if it goes, then he's got the perfect angle just to screw back across with this other one at the top.
I think he wanted it back a little bit further, but I think he's good. That's perfect.
Yeah, lovely shot.
Just screw out to the middle of the table for the black in the same corner.
So you landed a bit straight here again.
No, he's got angle here.
Yeah, things angle. Should be okay. Would love it another 6 inches on that one, but I'm sure he should be right here.
You commentating cursing him, are you, Des?
Our commentators curse. Really? Yeah. Well, we'll see. Nah, see.
Brilliant pot there by Luke.
Yeah, that's a 9-5 lead.
9-5 lead.
Nice little break here for Mr. Angles. break here for Angles and keep his run going. Has he actually gone dry? No, I guess the last
and
runner.
Angle's got another ball off the break. He's loving life right now.
Yellows look pretty straight here, I think. Yeah. Both look pretty good, just that those two reds tied up together on the right hand side, but I think he'll probably go yellows. That's a lovely shot. So now just needs to get onto the position on the one under the black, unless that goes in the bottom pocket already, but I can see another run out here from Mr. Anglesey.
It doesn't look straightforward unless that yellow goes past.
Yeah.
He's looking like it does, but if he's got to dolly it, he should be fine even if he does dolly it, as long as he can hold on that black. Yeah, that's perfect.
It goes in there.
So he's going to have to screw back and leave himself the plant here. Play the plant.
Yeah, that's what he's looking at. Yep. Play the plant and should. Yeah, that looks pretty good.
I don't know. I mean, it's hard to tell looking at the actual table, but if he hits this wrong, then the yellow's going to die in the cushion, and that's what you don't want. So hopefully he can hold it.
Oh yeah, it just ran back through, didn't it? Still goes, but a little bit of work on this ball now to get back up.
Well, so here
Tough
now
position.
he's got to screw into that red now. He's got to pot the yellow and screw into the red.
Yeah, exactly.
Which just makes it a little bit harder. Those plants are not easy. Oh, him. No, he's not. Oh, he can pot it.
He'll leave himself a little bit of work with the black here though, but
Well, yeah, but you know, it's a far more percentage shot than trying to screw into the red, and if you go past it, you snooker yourself. So it's just taking his medicine here.
Definitely true.
Just cut the yellow in, run into the red.
Oh yeah, plenty of room to come back out.
Missed
It's a lovely shot. I think it goes down to the bottom pocket still, but
The way he's cueing the ball at the moment, you know, he's feeling quite confident, so he's leaving himself these shots. There you go.
so lovely finish. Another out. Takes a 10-5 lead. I think Dax probably needs a little bit of take a couple of minutes and recoup and get his mind back on it.
10-5.
Dax is the sort of player that, you know, if he can get on a roll though, he can sort of get right back into this pretty quickly. So
Yeah, Dax has got a bit of work to do here. Like Luke Foster said early, Dax doesn't want to get behind too much.
no,
So he's really got to get a few frames on the board. He's tied a few frames up. He's attacked a few frames. So he's changed his break spot, and he got one from this last time. So let's see how he goes this time.
oh, they just don't want to go for him.
Oh, he's come
might
up
have got-
dry
he might-
again.
He's just left Luke the reds only by the looks of it. I don't think he's got any yellow on here. The reds don't actually look that bad, really. Just those two together above the yellow. Then one up the top and see how he goes.
Yeah, so if he's got a bit of angle here on this red on the top of the screen, he can just top spin off two rails, or just land it a bit short, and then put this red in the opposite middle, and then he's only really got one more difficult ball, which is this red on the bottom right hand side of the screen as we're looking at it now.
Yep. just looking at it, probably only goes to one of a couple of pockets, that red ball up here onto the top right, so he'll probably work his way around to it.
Yeah, I personally wouldn't be going for the out on this table, but Angles is doing Angles' thing, and that's running tables from nowhere.
He's come through a little bit far here, I think.
Yeah, so he's looking at putting it in the middle past the black.
Does he give himself the angle to come back up the top, or does he land? It looks a little bit straight. I think he wanted a tiny bit of angle to try and screw back up the top of the table to try and get position on that hardest ball that he's got up the top right hand side here. But
I think you'll find he's got angle. It's just deceiving on the camera. I think he's landed pretty much perfect to do exactly what he wants to do. Just screw straight back up. And that is a magnificent shot. Yeah, that's a brilliant shot.
Yeah,
if
lovely
he's
shot
landed
there.
straight enough, you can just screw straight back. Otherwise, he'll just bounce it off the rail and back out and leave himself just short of the yellow so he can pot it. Whoa. Just wanted to land a little bit shorter than that. I think it's going to be another one of those just swerving it in shots, which should be okay. So when it hits the rail, it should come out for the black. Yeah, perfect. So 11-5 and Angles is on fire. So
Well, Scotty, can you get me a beer? Hey? Yeah, mate.
that's a huge break by Angles, and he's got another ball off the break. I actually do like the yellows. It's only really this yellow on the left here, on the bottom left of the screen. And it's not even that hard to get to. So He's using his magic powers to stop the white ball again.
Where do you develop that?
I don't know. I can't do it. I gotta ask Angles.
Yeah, well, that's something you must learn.
So he might screw up again here and land on this awkward one now, the awkward yellow now. Just screw up the table and put it and plant it across. Yeah, look at that. That's brilliant.
That's just about exactly where he wanted.
Yeah, you can even roll the white through so you're on the bottom rail for the next one.
It's definitely flowing at the moment.
He's looking at the plant too. Yeah, he's played that really well. So now here you've just got to drop it so you leave the yellow exactly where it is, where the other yellow is, so you got a nice angle to get a ball to use to get on that red, the yellow by the red. Tongue tied there a bit.
It's a tough one. He's got to land spot on exactly where it was so he can just get past the centre pocket to the other side.
Yeah, I wouldn't be putting the black in the bottom corner. I think the black's got to go in the middle.
Hence why I said he's got to be on.
Oh. Alright, well this is where Dax has got to take this opportunity. Dax has to punish these mistakes. He hasn't been left a lot, but
No, he hasn't been the table much lately in the last 3-4 frames, really, so he's had much of a chance.
I think he has to opt to play the plant.
I don't think he's got anything else on.
Yeah, I think he's got to play the plant. Oh, it's on. Oh, wow. There you go.
Doesn't need to plan.
He hasn't.
Because he can use that ball, hopefully, to sort of come back around and, get onto that ball that's above those two yellows, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely. He hasn't landed on the good angle on anything right now, so he's got to play something thin and run the white.
It's a big shot, this one right here.
He's definitely taking his time working it out, isn't he? So
He's looking at time up somewhere, but it's very difficult.
I'm thinking he's got to punch this red in the middle or in the corner and try and miss the end off.
He's cutting it.
Yeah, there we go. It was hard because he had to really punch it to try and get the white past the middle pocket,
Absolutely.
which makes the pot so much more difficult.
Good thing you don't think his left hand was to come back down from that.
He can just check up off it now. He can just put a bit of check and just run straight back down and be perfect on that yellow. And this works out really well because when he plays it, he's actually just going to nudge the yellow towards the middle pocket.
It'd be interesting to see that yellow could end up that rail just underneath the back there.
If that's the case, he might even opt to take the yellow to the corner now and just screw back off the side rail and back out.
He's taking the best one first, maybe.
Yeah, because he'd just screw off the rail.
He's definitely going to push it across.
Wow. He threw his arm at that one, didn't he? Okay, this is all Dax here. This will be about a 15-second out, this one.
Yes, he doesn't like to waste time when the ball's really open.
When they're all on,
Yeah, absolutely.
Dax just goes about his business. Tell you what, mate, it wasn't long, that's for sure.
He definitely needed it though. He needed something to go his way because things haven't been for a while. Dax has been running, or Angus has been running frames out like the, you weren't even thinking about it. So
Well, here we go, because if Dax gets the ball off the break here and runs this rack, 11-7,
11-7,
you know,
game on, back into it. And he's jumped at one ball in the top five. He's lost all confidence in his break at the moment.
so Dax come up dry again. Wow. That's 7 dry breaks from Dax Wasley.
Wow. Man, the belts the ball as hard as him, and just sometimes it just doesn't go, does it?
Well, when you think about it, from 7 dry breaks, he's only 11-6 down. He's actually not doing too bad. If he starts getting a flow of some breaks, it could be, anything can happen. But first, you've got to slow this man down because he's on fire. I think he came back too far there. So you want a bit of angle.
Yeah, I'm guessing he's probably going to just use that bottom right hand ball just to tie up that bottom pocket. Take control of the table, probably.
I'm not ever going to try and guess. Knowing Angles, he'll play some huge shot and run the table, mate.
Well, I suppose if he can land plumb on the one dead ball he's got and double it, then
Here we go. He's going to force it out. There, he screwed back off it.
just about did what I said he might.
So he's landed on the double. Landed beautifully on the double.
Yeah, but he's come up a bit short. I think he'd rather be just another couple inches down, so he just.
Well, I don't mind this. He played the double. The red can open that yellow up. Whoa, there we go.
That's actually
Dax Wasley's going to be cursing the ground that he's walking on right now. Yes, it's
I guess that top pot up, the top right hand corners
if Dax takes on this red, in the bottom right hand corner of the table and he pots it, I mean they are all on. No, he's in a.
just going to tie up and say.
Yeah, Dax is going to try and grind himself a few frames. That yellow, it looks like it's in trouble.
Down the bottom, or our bottom, the top of the table, it was, the yellow ball sitting in the pocket, in the middle pocket. He's opened his balls up nicely here. Left hand is a very tough shot.
I don't know, but it looks like Angles is looking at the plant into the middle pocket.
Especially with that ball of his, he'd rather miss his ball than it's just this side of the centre. But you just drop it.
And that's a big shot, especially when it doesn't look like that black goes. No, that black doesn't go.
Oh, wow. That was so close to register. It's spot on. Pretty good lead for the right ball, though. Just left Dax a lot, I don't think.
Dax is just going to play a chip up here. Push it onto the black. Smother it up. Working his way back into the game. And Angles has played a brilliant shot there because he's just tied up Dax's red.
What? Hey? Maybe. Well, we're not talking to you.
Wonder if it looks like he might have the angle where he can pot this yellow and open up the red, push into the red and yellow and open it up.
Did feel my first glance before. It's a long way past.
Wow, it doesn't look like it's on. He's got to really swerve the white, doesn't he? Yeah, that's a smart shot. That's a great shot. Because now he can play the plant and get his yellow out.
I think Dax will be here trying to pull centre table to sort of come off the edge of that ball that he's just put there.
Yeah, at the moment he hasn't really got anything he can do it with though. So he's just going to try and leave the white between the red and the black, is he? Oh, he's cut it in.
It's pocket. Smart shot. Just,
Well, he's got control of the black, doesn't he?
yeah, absolutely. Black on that side of the table. He's got a couple options.
So I'd even take on the plant and break the black out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's definitely what Luke's thinking about right now.
No, he's looking at potting the red. And I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. You know,
So this is where I think
just you just need to make sure that yellow is on the pocket. It was a great shot, but because it's not on the pocket, Dax only has to get one ball off that yellow and it opens them all up. Get a bit of control and then cut the red into the middle off the yellow, or does he?
he's quite got the right angle.
To cut the yellow.
Maybe leave the white ball up the top. Maybe break out this one closer to the middle pocket. That's the shot.
Oh, that's a cracker of a shot. That's a cracker.
Just thinking, his best place for the white ball was sitting up the top of this end of the table. So,
Oh, for sure.
but that where the red ended up over the pocket was just sensational. Take real control over this game. Peter's here. I gave you the money, didn't I? We'll announce it after this. We'll just let this frame go. Finish. Oh, you just tell them that pizzas are up and we'll put them over there somewhere. Do you want to announce on the microphone? Not really? Alright. I'll let Terry put the pizzas over there, and actually, Aaron, when the pizzas come, if you can just go grab some for all of us, me and Jeremy, and obviously yourself as well, and bring some over. I like anything that's got chilies on it, and I don't like ham and pineapple. About you, Jeremy? Good. Dinner's arrived shortly for us, so if we sort of press the button and don't talk too much, that's probably why. Pizza for dinner for us.
Alrighty.
It's a good shot. I actually missed that shot. How did Angles get that
Angles is definitely getting the run of the balls in this match, but Dax has just got to keep his head and just keep playing his game. You know, there's nothing you can do when they're not letting you to the table and they're running tables, is there? You know, his break's not working for him.
Definitely not running his way at the moment, but they need to change quickly. It's pretty clean down here. Actually, out this front. Should take a lead of 12-6.
Twelve 6 to Angles. Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, mate.
Where'd Darren go?
What's up, Terry? You went over there for the pizza? Didn't he? Or for the drink? I went to the toilet.
So what's the score here?
12-6 to Luke Anglesey.
I thought so.
Top row.
No, I saw the score out here, but I didn't know who was there.
Yeah, but it's up there.
No, I know. I didn't think to look up there.
Cheers, man. Just did it. Dax. No, it's good, man. Thanks, bro. It's funny. Dave Barker. So, originally he was struggling to get time off to just a cyclist. Now he's going for fucking state 10 minutes cyclist. I know we're on mute at the moment. State 10 minutes. Huh? Hi, Mum. Where's Mum and Dad? Your mic's still on. Is it? Muted it before I left.
Okay, Luke back to break. Boom, and a yellow straight in the middle bag. This guy is phenomenal at breaking tonight.
Oh, he dumped the white
But he
ball
dumped
though.
the white.
So could this be the turning point for Dax? A little bit of a break. Fresh. I had a bit of a chat to him on the break and he He says, I'm busting my gut, but he says, I'm just not getting enough at the table. So here we go. Let's see if Dax can turn it around. Oof. It's a bad miss there.
I don't see any real problem yellows either. So this could be a yeah. I need the yellow by the red at the top right of the table. That's difficult. It'll be interesting to see what he does to fix it. He looks like he might have an angle to just run into it now.
Yeah, I'm still got a bit of work to do, I think.
He's having a good look at it. I think he can. If he can just pot this yellow and run into the red just to push the yellow down a bit, or even just chip off the red, we'll just open the yellow up. And the white will just drift down to the bottom of the table. No, didn't have the angle.
Oh,
Whoops.
wow.
The tables have turned.
Yes, yeah. A little bit of break. Dax gave him a chance and he's given one back. So, expected this to be over in, what do you reckon, 30 seconds this time?
There's a bit of work to do here. He's got to cut this red in now. Yeah, that's perfect.
That's a great job. Average player would have just taken the easy one across the table, but he's come up a bit short there.
He's got two, so just chip and pop. That's perfect.
That's the one. There we go.
Don't know what it was there, but I think Dax was saying a prayer to the balls.
Dax is a man of many beliefs, I'm sure. Normally all about himself, but you know.
And Dax is one of the best team players I've ever played with, mate.
Absolutely. Oh, and he's gotten the ball off the break.
He's well and truly got a ball off the break. That's a huge crack.
Wow, they all open up very nicely here.
So that means 3 breaks, balls off the break for Dax now.
A little bit of confidence in his voice when he called the red out there. Maybe he's starting to feel like he's getting back into it. Just one frame, but
Well, he well and truly needs to. He needs to stamp his authority, and he needs to get on the board a little bit more.
just the one tough, well, really one hard ball to get on here, but
It kind of looks like the transition from the bottom ball to that ball you're talking about's not that difficult because it goes in the middle.
I think it goes in the middle, left-hand side.
Yeah,
I
I think he was trying to land on it right then.
Ooh, a little bit dead off the rail there, unfortunately.
That
Got a little
wasn't
bit
nice.
in the jaw, but
It's just not running his way, is it?
no.
Maybe Angles with the full table double here.
Ace
He's just getting it off, leaving the white safe. It's a great shot.
Left him a chance to sort of just maybe tie the white ball up underneath these two balls here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Lovely shot there by Dax.
That is a great shot. But I feel that you can, just come off two and run into these two by the middle pocket now. And you're not going to leave much. So you might even be able to come off one and run into them. It's gone that way.
Oh, and he's opened up both balls here, has he?
No, I don't think that bottom yellow goes. Dax just had a look then. He's got a bit of a skip in his step. So he's having a...
It's tight, but I think he can, if he can.
No, he's got a skip in his step. It's on.
Flew in.
He's got to land high on this, so he can just clip it in.
Yeah, nice little clip in.
And there you go, 8-12. See? See what I mean? Once he starts getting a few balls off the break and gets a little bit of confidence behind him, this man can become a steam train. Just one frame after the other, after the other, after the other. But Angle's made a couple of mistakes there, so...
Yeah, it's always tough in a long match to keep your concentration, so... Angles needs to switch back on, and you don't want to let Dax back in. He can start to get his confidence up. He's a very tough player to beat. So Luke had one dry break the whole time? Is that what we're looking at here?
Luke's had 2 dry breaks.
2 dry breaks out of, and this is break number 11.
And he gets another one off the break. I'm liking his odds. Now, they're not easy. Neither suit, I think, are easy here. But I think reds have less difficult balls.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you there. Just the reds seem to cover those yellows. But
well, he's got those 2 reds that are like nearly planting in the middle of the table to develop this one that's hard to get to. So if he can get on them, well, actually, he might even be able to do it now.
It's just
off the ball in the middle.
Ball closest to us on the top right end of the table. He's probably the hardest one for him to get onto.
Yeah, I think he's actually looking at going into it now. See, he's got the angle off the middle ball to go off the top rail and into that yellow in front of the red. He's having a good look.
It's going to take a little bit of work. There's a couple of yellows there that he got to avoid as well, I think.
That's the shot.
That is just sensational.
That's a great hit. Now the most difficult ball he's got is the yellow by the red now.
Yeah, I think he's probably on that now.
Red by the yellow, my apologies.
Is he on it now where he could just drop that in and take the one to the middle first and then take the top one instead?
I think he'll pot this one first and just drift back to where he is and then do what you're saying. But yeah, he might have the angle now. He wants more angle, so he might pot this red and just with a bit of right hand side bring the white out.
This is the big shot. It's whether he's on position on this one here or can land on it, because the way he's having a look at it, it must be pretty tight, I reckon, to get the right position.
Here he goes.
Well, that feels like it's very short. And he has totaled himself here.
He's got 2 very easy targets there with those 2 balls in the middle of the table.
Yes, he's almost going to land real tight on it, otherwise he's going to leave Dax open, isn't he?
He's just going to try and nest in on him.
Well, that's not good there.
I don't think I would have tried to do anything else, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. He just would have loved to just lay on that top one so he didn't actually leave those 2 bottom balls.
Dax, depending on how confident Dax is starting to feel, he could now actually pot the yellow and on the bottom right of the screen at the moment and come into this yellow next to the red.
Yep.
You know, but it just depends on
Yeah,
how
yeah.
confident he's feeling. Like, he felt pretty confident with that last out. Well, that's very unfortunate, because if that went in, that was over. But now he's left Dax this yellow, just cut it in, cannon the red out. Perfect. Dax won't worry too much about that, because he's got 3-4 balls there to get to that other yellow. And he's got the angle on it now. He's playing the double still. He's played that too thick. He's tied up that red by the yellow, so I don't see an easy way of Angles finishing this table off at the moment. Even if he pots these two balls, what I'm still trying to work out is what he's going to do with the yellow by the red by the yellow in the middle of the table at the top of the screen here. And he could run into the black and, you know, hope to kick it out, but it's very dangerous. So let's see what he's going to do. He's got a plan. That's not a bad little shot. I think he's going to have to chip up here. He's just going to have to play a nice little tight chip up. Now with the, I don't know if that yellow goes inside those reds, but if it doesn't, I think you just play to cannon the red and just push the yellow out the way, open it up. Yeah, that's it. Perfect. Dax has got a bit of work to do here. Yeah, 20s. That's a clever shot. He's just tried to open it up so that he can still get to that red ball. It looks like Dax can pot this yellow to the opposite corner, but I don't think it does him any favours by potting it. looking at running into the black to kill the black, so just run off the yellow and kill the black. Not in the middle pocket. Oh, that's brilliant.
Can he sneak this ball in between those two reds?
Not sure. You know, the way he's playing, it seems like he thinks he can, but
No, he just...
yes, I don't think that's any good too, because that red goes in the middle, off the red. If it does, this is over. So you'd think Dax would know if it does or not. They're his, you know, they're his specialty, those kind of shots.
Yeah, and I think it's probably a bit of a...
No, say Angles isn't playing it. So Angles is just going to double this down to cover the black. Oh no, just chip it onto the pocket.
Yeah, especially, I suppose, if he's got Dax's yellow ball tied up there, he just, you know... Bit of tit for tat here for a while, maybe, I think. A bit of tit for tat here for a little while, I think. He's giving Dax a bit of a chance here, I think. Dax can... He's definitely got the two balls in. That yellow now goes to the bottom. He wants to take it on.
That's a brilliant shot there by
Very
Dax.
smart shot. Here's us amateurs thinking we'll just have a go at this, but it's extremely smart. Just tie him up.
Depends on how close the white is from the rail, because otherwise he can just tuck it in there again. Angles can tuck it in there himself. Like, if not, he's got to try and escape and play this top red, and if he does that, he leaves. It looks like the yellow goes underneath those two reds.
Luke's looking to try and play this, maybe looking at that red into the yellow to try and kill the yellow under a rail or something. Yeah.
Oh wow, he nearly potted it.
That was so close.
I would have thought Dax would be landing for that for the corner, not for the middle. He's had a look at it. See what he's decided on.
I guess it depends whether there's a big enough hole there or not. I'm about to find out. I think there must be.
He's playing for it.
Yep.
You've got to hit these really well. You've got to hit. Oh, he's played the double.
Lovely shot.
So he's actually having a look to see if he had enough cushion. Dax Wasley, that's a nice out.
So things have slightly turned for Dax. What do you reckon? The break is the one that needs to turn for him, I think.
I think it's still anybody's game, mate.
Yeah. Ball straight in off the break there. Oh, he's dumped the white, unfortunately. Unlucky, got a kiss there up the top.
Reds are looking pretty good here.
Reds are looking good. Well, Luke just gone yellows.
So I'm surprised that he actually took the yellows.
If this goes, his yellows are pretty good as well, I suppose. So
The black must go in that corner. And he's potted the red. No, just covered it.
that's
That's the better of, better than actually potting it. He's still in the game, so play the kick shot and try and kick the yellow onto the yellow now.
a nice shot. We'll see Dax taking control of both bottom pockets here very shortly, though, I think. If he can either get underneath or might have to give him up 2 shots here, but apologise to those that may have just heard me eating my dinner. Oh, wow. Now I think Dax probably has opened himself up enough of a gap underneath those 2 yellows to get his red ball under there this time.
This is where Dax varies from other players. This won't be one of his quick outs. This one will be quite well thought out, and he'll go through the motions until they're all on. Then when they're all on, you'll see him, just flow. So he's thought that out really well. Got on there, got it down. Now he only has to really bounce this one out.
Yeah, it's 1 ball.
Oh, he's not going to. He's going to play the plan. In the pot to the middle.
Now we can just lay back and double this ball across to that ball there.
And double.
Just curled around nicely. And this should be for 10-12. That's 3 on the trot for Dax, isn't it, there, Jerry?
Monster break by Luke, but he's come up dry.
Wow, big time. So, what's Dax got on here? Nothing, not an easy first ball.
Oh, I think yellows are beautiful here. You just roll this yellow in the middle.
Yeah, that's nice.
You've got to be a bit fortunate here, but you know, potting this yellow in the middle, you should be able to cannon the other yellow down enough to get it in the opposite corner. You know, but whether or not he likes his odds on it or not, we'll
Whether he
see.
cuts the other ball to the bottom pocket.
There we go. Oh, he's just gone straight past it, didn't even have to. Oh,
Oh, and just dropped in.
it's perfect.
That's lovely.
So he might have played it thinner, so he missed contact on the yellow.
Dax just trying to work out what's right for him here. Just looking at punching this into the top pocket maybe and holding for that yellow just under the black, but a bit of work here to do for Luke. So one top one at the top rail here, sort of. Don't think it goes under this yellow at the top though, so he'd love to be able to come the other side of the table, but I think his second ball from the top of the table here goes into this top pocket, so maybe he can use that to run through on top of it and land on that one. What's he? Yeah, I'm not sure. He's just trying to get the right angle. It's going to try and cannon into. I think you have to cannon into this a bit, will he? Because I don't think he's got the right angle there. I think he's actually run through a little bit too far. Yep. Oh, bit of a swing there. Yeah, I think he'll land himself pretty well straight on the double on one of these first two balls. I think yeah. That's beautiful. He's walking straight away after it. Absolutely, yeah, just so he can just screw back up. He's come down a bit too far, but
Stun off two.
I guess it depends where his black's going here. He's going to run into it here, I'd say, but oh, I think he's got the double here.
Punch the double.
There we go, Daxy. 11-12.
I gave money to Terry. Oh, okay, it's just a receipt. Alright. I'm sitting going, hold on, I've paid this bill already.
Alrighty, Dax Wasley. Let's see if he's if he goes to the right of the table again for his break. Yep, he's sticking to it. Oh, that didn't sound good.
No. He yellow is obviously probably what Luke's going to end up going for, I think, here.
Yellows do look good.
Yeah, it's just that one little ball down by the two reds. Oh, that didn't come out very nicely for him though.
That might actually work out alright because now he can link from one to the other to get to the to get to that difficult one.
He actually might be able to use that other bottom ball here just to screw across into it.
And open the red up so the other yellow goes in the opposite corner.
Yeah, I think he might be just going to tie up the pocket here maybe. But, just take control of the table, I reckon.
I think if you play this off the yellow, you can open the red up enough that the other yellow goes past and you can go game.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, that's unlucky.
Yeah, I thought he might, once he got down there, was relying on a little bit there by the looks of it, but just
going to try a little chip
here.
up. I wonder if Dax is on that red by the black to the corner.
I think he is, but it's an all or nothing shot, isn't it? Yeah, he definitely was. What is his outcome?
Look at this.
Oh, that is lovely. He'd be very happy with that.
I don't know. I think he'd be happier if it went in.
Oh, yeah, true that.
but he got a bit of a
Yeah.
result.
Luke's going to try and get that ball out in the open now, or it's a bit dangerous because if he just leaves Dax on one ball. I think either way, if he doesn't do something here, Dax is going to take control of that bottom pocket with one of his balls.
Let's see what he's got planned.
It's a good result for Dax, so that ball sort of running dead onto the top rail.
Well, you can play the red rail, yellow, and pocket if you want. So
Yeah,
just
control that bottom pocket.
I like doing it now with the red that's there, but you can do the one down the rail as well.
Mm.
Just roll this in, and then playing the one that's on the rail.
And even if he bots it,
You want to play it into the yellow if you
Yeah.
can. Like that. That's perfect.
yeah, it's a good shot.
You might see Angles play the double back here for the corner pocket. So just play the double for the big pocket.
It's going to catch the jaw though. It's,
And no
That's not
matter
a
what,
good
he's
result.
at least tied it up.
yeah.
You know. So it's not what he wanted, but
I think Dax can probably get his
he's
Well,
going to play a
this-
chip up here. He has to.
yeah.
It's the shot to play.
Just for future, I think he's got this. The ball that he's tied up on the yellow can cannon onto the other one to push it across the other side as well. So he's in control here.
Angles got a bit of a go across the table here, but if he pots it, it doesn't do him any good.
No, and you under hit a little bit. I suppose he's not. There's a chance of catching the wrong side of it and going. off.
I would probably even opt just rolling up here.
Yeah. Oof.
That's another way of rolling up.
Yeah, it was very close to going in off.
I think
it's
it's
about as fine as you can catch it without going in off. I
I
think.
think it's a very hard table to run out. So
Yeah,
you
you
can
can see
pot
Dax
this and
just-
try and get some sort of
Does he-
develop. But
There's that cannon.
oh, if that red goes,
Yeah, that red onto that other red. I think.
if he can play this and get both of them on,
Doesn't like it because I think he has to play it firm to get that. As you said, to get both of them out.
I just got to get him on.
Mm.
But he doesn't have to go out here. He can just get a lot. He can just seal up control.
Yep.
Can use his shots to take complete control of the table. So he can play the red now and cannon the yellow and push the red further on the pocket. Like just chip off the bottom of the red and just develop it. Oh wow. That's a superb shot.
That's great. It.
Free shot at the red for the top corner pocket or bottom of the screen.
I'd love to go down, but still, you'd think
Yeah.
just takes his
The
time.
one he's closest to now is his last ball.
Yep. Oh, he's got lucky with the jaw. Overhit that to buggery. He got lucky.
It was a the kiss is what gave him good position. Now does he come round?
I think he's come down that far that he has to go the black ball in the middle pocket. I don't think he can hold for the bottom left-hand side, so pretty sure
He can't hold. He can screw into it, or he can go around.
I think he just goes around and pots in the middle, doesn't he?
Screw into it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
So overcut it.
Gets there.
Oh,
Woof.
wow.
12 all. Big comeback from here from Dax Wasley.
12 all.
It was 12-7 just before they went and had a little bit of a break up before, and not convincing, but
That's very modest of you, Darren. You didn't make mention about how you had a chat to him.
well, every time I tried to tell him something, he went nah. So, yeah, obviously I don't know what I'm talking about. And
Angles is straight into it, and he's
Bang.
got a ball.
ooh, might be alright here. I think he's definitely got the red on.
Yeah.
And they all look pretty good.
Oh, you'd be loving to be on the table on reds right now, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Just play the plan. The balls that he's closest to now,
Yeah.
I think one of them's going to have to be his last ball, and the black
Yeah.
to the middle.
Absolutely, definitely what he needs to be on last, but
So let's just see about how he goes about getting there, though.
I think he'll take the top one of the two here. Sort of, he'd leave the one. Maybe
I like the one closest to the rail, but
Yeah, that's what I thought. Just a bit more, always
he
kiss that
wants
down.
to develop it. And he's
That
on the red
hasn't-
to the bottom corner.
Oh,
that's
that has
just,
worked out well. I
Quite
thought he'd
amazing.
sort of come up a bit short there, but
So much for leaving one of those reds for the last ball, Jeremy.
well, everybody looks at things slightly different, yeah.
Yeah, like I've said a few times tonight, Angles does Angles thing.
Yeah.
Needs it to keep running.
Yeah, that's
Oh, she's landed a bit short. Might see him opt to play the plant here.
we can go inside it as well, I suppose. Yeah.
The cut doesn't really offer him any advantage. He's running into the yellows and it's just messy. But he might take it on. It's the right shot. If he can get it, it's going to make the out easier for him.
Just worried where the white ball's going to end up here, and he's overcut that,
Overcut it.
and
He's left Dax a double back to cover that red too.
Dax has just got this one ball up the top here. He could probably use the bottom one of those three clustered to the thing to come up inside that yellow ball that's sort of, or the red ball that's over the top pocket up here on the left hand side. So,
Looks like he's on the yellow to go under now.
yeah, one of them goes under.
Looking to the heavens. So it seems like he loves it.
Definitely think like he's got a chance. It's just, I guess it's whether he can actually kiss that ball out of the road to open up the pocket, I suppose.
This is a big shot. These shots are not easy. Oh,
That's. He has got a little bit of nice angle here, I think, maybe.
reckon he can screw back into the gap?
Or come.
Or has he
get
got to
a
come
right-hand
off the
side
top?
off the right side rail, and so maybe he's going to double
He's
this
going to
ball
play
up the
the
top.
yellow big double.
That looks pretty good. That's a pretty good shot.
That
That's
is
a great hit.
phenomenal.
Big pop, but this yellow going. Oh,
I think it does, but you've got to hit it well, don't you?
well, that's it.
So does he opt to play the double on the yellow he's closest to now, back into the opposite corner so he can get the white down the line for it, or does he just play it long?
He's having a look at the long one because I don't think he can play the double the other way. Oh, that's actually... Ooh, that
I think he's stopped the red from going under.
Yeah, I think it doesn't go under now.
But Angles can still just knuck it under to cover the pocket.
It's a tough shot because he's just going to... Angles going to play the right pace on it, I think, to tie up here.
You play this shot so the red's running back into the yellow and not so it's going for the pocket. Like that.
Yep.
So that way it always covers. Bet your Dax was thinking about doubling it in the middle and going game.
Yeah, I reckon if he had about 4 more beers into him, he'd definitely be thinking about it.
I think if it wasn't 12 all, he'd be thinking about it. Oh, he's gone for it. And he's killed the red.
Yeah,
That's a
killed the
smart
red.
shot.
That's a really good shot.
You got a chip up here. You got you got a good opportunity to chip up here.
Just doesn't need to really go for it. He can tie it. Oh,
yeah, that's a dangerous shot because you leave everything on.
I think he could have just tied up everything. He was snookering him on the ball that Dax could pot to the bottom pocket, and the other 2 balls down there are covering. So there's a nice little bit of angle here just to screw back across and that's
Dax
13-12.
goes 13-12. Dax actually gets a lead from being 11-7 down to getting a lead.
12 down he was.
12-7.
12-7 down he was.
12-7. I thought it was 11-7.
Yeah, so he's rattled off 6 on the trot, if my maths is any good.
Wow. And it's Dax's break.
Dax's break. Angles is going to take a little bit of a, time, I think, just to try and get his head straight again.
So we're having a bit of a break, guys.
Dax.
And a whopper of a break, and he's got a ball off the break.
And he's got one going to cover the pocket. Hasn't got a good first ball on though, but looks right. Maybe got a yellow.
Oh, the red down the bottom cuts.
All right. it's a little bit of luck there, and he's
He
good. But
didn't really take his time there, did he? He just
No.
got down and just hit it. So he's got to come off the rail and cut this, or just nudge it.
shot.
And if that
He's
red
landed
by the
plumb, I
two
think.
yellows goes, and he can just top through and get on the one by the black, there's a chance
It's
of
all,
going
all
out here.
just about to connect. I think for him.
I don't think they
Bit of
all-
work for every one of them, but
Don't think they link though.
not easily. No, he has to. Got to do a bit of work with the white ball.
Thinking a lot of work with the white ball right now. I don't really see an easy way.
Depends what angle he can get on this one under the black, because he can then just, if he can get the right angle, he just screws back into the gap between the black and those two yellows.
Well, that's a small gap.
Yeah.
He's having a look at it.
And I guess then if he can get that one right, then he screws back across the table for the red. But I said it's probably has to be within an inch of itself each time.
Well, that's what he's playing for, so let's see how he goes. So,
The other option is he pots this one up to the top. If he can hold the white ball sort of
Dax Wasley picked the
Wow.
gap. Wow.
so
And he's got to land.
he's got a bit
He's
of
got to land exactly where he's putting his cue to get on that ball to the middle, and then how does he hold for the black?
Can he go? Has he got enough angle to go to the top pocket? I don't think he has. Oh wow!
Well, that's the way to play it.
That's how you get on to the spot to hold the black, eh?
So I asked the question, how do you get on the black? And there's the answer.
Wow!
What a shot. That was a cracker.
Shot. That's a big out from Dax.
That was a
He's pretty pumped.
cracker of an
He
out.
goes to the hill.
Dax is on the hill.
7 on the trot. Angles needs to bounce back with a big break here. Thanks, Jeremy. Still getting too quiet, but I don't think I've ever been told I'm too quiet, but that's okay. I'll take that. Don't call me Big D for no reason. Has he got a ball off the break here? I think he has. So I think, based on where he's land, he might be on yellows, I reckon.
Well, Angle's got a good chance here.
He's potted one of each. And
I actually like reds here. The reds.
just think he cuts this ball into the top and then breaks
He's
this ball
taking
out of the top.
yellow.
Yep.
It's just a little bit harder to transition to white for yellows, that's all. That's all I saw, but we'll see how he goes. Okay, so you can use this to hold for the one in the middle. That's fine.
Yep.
Pot this and just stunt into the red or up
Yeah,
into
just
the
put
gap of the red.
into those three, sort of in between those top two reds here. And
Looks like he's taken it
Oh,
long
unlucky.
now. He's got to roll it in, leave his queuing. Oh,
maybe it still
No.
goes to the middle the way he looked at that.
the way he just kept walking straight after he looked at it tells me it definitely goes. So he's just got to roll this in. Just screw back an inch.
Yep.
He wants more angle, so screw back a couple of inches.
Should be able to lay nice and easy just to screw back down the table with this last ball of his. And
He wants to land nice. He wants to land on like a 3/4 ball pot. So a couple of balls off the rail would be ideal.
yep.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Just that way. The reason he's doing that is just so that way when he's coming down for the black, he's not going to be on queuing off the cushion. It's perfect.
And that's beautiful. That's just perfect. Lovely out from Luke here. 14-13. I think that's what he said, his third master break for the night.
It is indeed.
Dax hasn't had one yet. Does
One
he?
master shot.
Just one master shot. Does he finish up with a nice break and a master break to finish, or?
Well, we all know you're hoping he does, Daz.
Well, it's a tough one, but money talks, you know that.
Let's see how this breaking from the right hand side of the table again.
Yep.
Gets through the balls. Alright. Can't see on this side. No, he's come up dry.
Yellow balls is the first easy ball, but I think reds are probably a little bit better here. If he gets one on.
No, I like yellows. Yeah, I like yellows here. That yellow next to the red goes in the top corner.
Yeah, it's just a little bit more work, I suppose, if he on the yellows with the position wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you could get a red, those balls just there's only.
Yeah, you got to get one and you got to
That's the
not
problem.
move them all and kill them all.
Oh, this is close to off.
Angles' tempting fate.
Yes, that was.
I don't think he can hold for it now. Maybe he can.
Just run into the black here, does he?
No, he's trying to hold for the yellow to the corner.
Oh, right, yep, up the top.
He's just got a dolly.
Doesn't
He's
appear that.
got a dead weight, the shot. Yeah, he can't hold for it.
Although
He's got the coverage on the bag
that's
though.
pretty handy.
Dax is going to smother it.
Yeah, I think he has to, doesn't he?
It's a great shot. They're not easy shots to play.
It gives Luke that, do I go for it or don't I go for it, sort of.
I think Luke's got a free shot at going for it now because Dax hasn't covered that properly, has he?
No, he's left a little bit of a gap.
He's on that yellow to the corner if he wants to take it now. Otherwise, he's got to put the one in the middle and get there.
I think he's taken this the hardest ball that he's got left there.
The one by the red.
Yep.
He's got to put that in the corner.
Seems like So part of me thinks that Dax needs to sort of maybe take control of the bottom left-hand pocket here.
I think Dax has.
Maybe.
I think Dax has got a good chance of going out here.
Is there a gap under that yellow?
And this red goes
That
under
goes-
the yellow up here.
I think. He's covering up.
Yeah, he's covering up, but he's got a chance to just get them all and put the black onto it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I don't think Angles can pot that yellow now, so
Not to come back out
changes
easily
into
for the
now.
black, I don't think, unless he learns dead. You know.
You don't really need to come back out easily, you just need to come out. The black's straight on the middle. You've given Dax a chance at covering the opposite pocket. Oh, he's
That's a
pushing
smart
it
shot.
over there. Might have left him on the actual gap to get into pot the yellow. If he can,
He's
he
got a
can
little
just
tiny bit
screw
of
out
angle.
and get them all out.
Oh, no.
Double it out. That's a very clever shot, isn't it?
Yep, very clever. Dax was hoping to sort of push his other yellow back across, but
He's got the proper smother on it now. Angle's taking control of the opposite pocket, so that if Dax
he's left
decides,
a gap.
if Dax decides to dig him out, it makes it harder for him to pot them all. So I think Dax should stick to his plan, still cover the red up. He can still double the black down, you know?
Yep.
So I think he should stick to the plan that he had at the start. Push the red onto the black so he can get the black down, that's it. Oh, that's nasty.
Still not too bad.
Yeah, but just imagine if it went down and sat right in front
Oh
of the
yeah,
reds.
yeah, absolutely. That's definitely what he hoped for. But Luke's left him that little bit of gap under the yellow down the bottom, so he's got a chance of getting the white ball down there somewhere where he can push the black across onto his red, and then pot the black or pot the yellow as well. Bring the black ball back up the top again. So a bit of tit for tat for a little while here, most probably. We might be here for a while with this frame. Oh, get up. There we go, that's a lovely shot.
So you're only just the right volume now.
Oh, wow. Wasn't what he was after, but is this a spot where he doubles the black back down on top of his reds?
Well, the reds aren't really there at the moment, are they?
No.
You know, you
Does he
can't
maybe-
take that risk.
As he moves the top one of those three across to cover the rail, and then he's still got two shots, so
Yeah, that's not a bad shot because now he's opened the pocket up for the black to go.
yep. I think now there's possibly a chance to get all 3 balls out. He's got down the bottom at one stage if he wants to. And plays the ball on the bottom rail into the other 2. Very attacking shot,
But we're talking about 2 very attacking players.
I think Luke's probably just going to try and cover the pocket here.
Ben Doherty asks what the pot is. These 2 are playing for 1,500 Ben Doherty.
Yep.
750 each. Looks like we're run a little bit behind for the Stone and Nathan match to be on the stream. The way that things were going with this match, we thought it was going to be over way before time.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
If you got that, it was game over. They just haven't landed nice. They just haven't landed nice.
He's a comedian.
Dax just called for Faustnager. We all know it's not.
I think he's probably going to come off the back rail here and try and,
I think you're double kissing
lucky.
out. Yeah.
Oh, yep. Oh, no.
He's potted the yellow.
Ouch. And you'll think we're about to go hill probably. Back Luke to pot these out. Pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I think the middle ball's the last ball. Into the middle left-hand pocket. So
yeah.
You just roll this one in, then take the one on the bottom right-hand side of the screen. Then the ball on the top right-hand pocket, and then the middle ball for the black.
Well, you could take just about either way with the last 3 balls, apart from the middle one first, I suppose. So.
Yeah, some people like to actually take the middle ball first before and then use the ball on the corner pocket last, which it looks like he's opting to do. There's nothing wrong with that.
No. He's still going to have 2 shots on the black. And
as long as you know how to transition the white correctly. He's landed pretty much perfect for just a bit of right-hand side off the side cushion. And it just drifts out
just
perfect.
Nice shot.
That was a really well executed pot out. Even though people think they're quite easy and simple. He made them look easy and simple.
Yep. 14 apiece. We are hill. The crowd's finally woken up.
I like the way you say the crowd's woken up and then all it is Thomas Warren.
Well, even with Dax and myself in the room, Tommy is still the loudest. And he knows it.
So, Hill race to 15. Dax Wasley versus Luke Anglesey. Practically one frame for $1,500.
Yeah, this is
the Ducks nuts. So this is
it's
the
not
way
bad
you want the match to go, isn't it? Like,
it's not bad for what set up the first night. It's like, Luke and Dax, do you want to play each other? Yeah. What's the best result? Let's go Hill. I'm.
Well, if you just walked up to him and said, "I'll play you for $1,500 one frame," I think both of them would say, "Screw you."
Yeah. So let's see how the pressure affects the 2 of them.
Luke's break.
Yep.
Wonder if he gets another ball off the break. His percentages are pretty high.
Yes. Yep.
But leading to the last part of the back end of the race, he hasn't really been getting many off the break.
No. But I think last time he was at the table, did he not have a master break last time he was at the table? I think he actually might have.
Yes, he did.
So, ladies and gentlemen, after this match, we'll probably have about a 5-10 minute interval while we do some little speeches and a few little presentations. Do the for those that have bought numbers in the raffle in relation to the streaming on the 100 number board, we'll do that in between, and then we'll get on to the main event of the night, which is Nathan McMahon and Stone Stenhouse in a race to 21. So some more high quality pool coming your way from here in WA. Hope you enjoyed it so far, and hope you stick with us for the rest of the night and enjoy what should be some great match to come. Alright, the combatants are ready to go. Here comes the last frame.
I wonder if we'll get the handshake first before we go.
They've given each other a bit of a nod, but
here we go.
Don't see a ball going in at the moment.
Angles is standing at the table.
I
He's
think
looking.
it's a dry break.
He's looking. It's come up dry.
Come up dry, and just, I think yellows are the ball. Just a couple of little angles there to look at, but I think if
that yellow on the left-hand side of the table on the rail.
on the middle
I
rail
think
with
that's
it.
glued to the rail, so I don't like yellows at all.
Well, that's what I said. It all depends on that one ball, I think. Because if that goes, then
I like the reds, mate. I think all the reds are there.
Yep. So obviously that yellow ball is tight on the rail.
Oh, he's rattled it in.
That was just a little bit tight, but it's got the. It's not happy though.
There's a bit of work to be done here.
Yeah, maybe he's a little bit straight, but
Just screw out for the
just holding dead for it.
red by the yellow. He's just got to screw out for it and land in the angle to get to the one on the rail.
You just had a couple of looks at where that goes.
No, does it not go in this corner?
You can go back to the rail ball to start with, I think, anyway. So
No, it doesn't. He's going to the corner with it. There you go. He looks on fire, doesn't he? I mean,
Yep.
he's hitting the balls. They're going in the middle of the pocket. He's roaming around the table like he owns it.
oh, he's had a choke at that one,
And then
and he's got
commentator
lucky.
cursed him.
He has got a bit lucky there with getting that ball just pushing up the rail a bit. All right, over to you, Mr. Anglesey.
I think the double's on for that yellow, so I
Yeah.
don't think that's a big issue.
I think he has to. He's almost looking that straight up, is he?
I think you pot two balls beforehand. You roll this one in, and then roll the one in the middle, and then land on the double.
And then double. Oh, that's yeah. He's had a bit of stand up on that one, I think. Yeah, had a look to see where it was going. He has left Dax in a very nice spot, I think. That'll do him.
Dax hasn't landed on a nice spot though.
No, but yeah, he was trying to come back for this roll ball first, I think, up the top here, but he might better just lay this one into the middle pocket and push the black down near the hole. And
Yeah, so that was always going to be. Is it going to be playing on the red for the top? He's had a look. I don't think he's touching ball.
he's got to play
I
this.
think he can pot it, but it's a big pot. A lot of pressure on this shot. It's amazing when it comes down to that final frame. You know, there's $1,500 on it. It's the arm twitches a bit.
Yeah.
Definitely can. So I think you'd be looking to try and get an angle on the bottom right ball on the screen to get to the one on the rail. Oh, he's looking at that ball.
Yeah, because if you can pop this one up the top and then come back across, I suppose, leaves him for that double.
I don't think he wants. Well, I mean, yeah, you can double it, but I don't think he wants to double. I think he wants to have a look. He's got five balls, probably 5 balls there that he could, develop it with. So I think you'll see him try and develop it. He may just take his medicine, go for the double there.
Oh. Just while he's got a bit of cover on this top left red ball, I suppose, and that top pocket, maybe if he can get good position on it.
Yeah, he's got to hold this one, pop the other yellow in the middle, and then perfect on the double. I think that's what he's opted to try. That's good.
Yep. So he's got a fairly decent range here where he can land.
You want to go forward more than back, though.
Yeah.
You want to make sure.
Yeah, he's looking to face cut it back in.
He looks like he's landed pretty much perfect on that double.
Yep. Oh, so double or triple here for Dax. Got a couple
I like
options.
the triple because you've got a big pocket.
Yep.
But it all depends on which one's going to get him best held for the other red.
Yeah. I think the triple is probably the one.
He's not going to die without knowing, that's for sure. Oh, it hasn't even covered. It has covered a bit.
He didn't seem to commit to that shot very much. He sort of just walked up and had a go at it.
Yeah, I think you'll see Angles clear the top of the bottom of the screen first. So these top 2 balls, and this one to the middle, and then just land on the one straight down the corner.
Yep.
And we can take the one under the red, or you can take the one by the black.
Yeah, I think there's a number of options.
The one under the red.
Guess it depends which ball he wants to use to get on back over to the black, doesn't it?
Yeah, and now it looks like he's potting that one.
He's going to have. I said that one the middle of the 3 is probably where he'd like to take first.
He might opt to pot this one, either screw off the rail and back out if he can miss the red, or top and come round the red.
It's going to take a good shot.
Yeah, he's screwing off the rail. These can go wrong when they hit the red. Oh, look at that!
That's
kiss off the red was perfect.
Yep. So now he just wants that tiny bit of angle, just screw across to the rail to pop the black down the rail. No. Just looking at his angles.
It's making me dizzy how fast he's walking around the table. Look at him go. He's just got a skip in his step.
He's had a look at line. He's had a look at this angle about 5 times. Oh, he's back again.
He wants to make sure of it.
Yep.
Landing on this angle is crucial. He's gone too far.
Oh, he's gone way too far there. So he's going to have to come back off, go off a couple of rails now, I think.
We can check up off the top rail.
Yeah.
If he doesn't check up off the top rail, he can screw back and take his medicine, or he has to screw back off 2.
I think
which I don't think you'll see him screw back off 2.
I reckon he'll go round off 2 rails to the top right hand side here.
Oh, wow.
That's a tough shot. That's a tough shot.
Do you take the double on?
I I think he has to because the cut down the bottom is just. It all depends on his angle, I suppose.
Just feels whatever he's comfortable with.
Yep. Is he could he try and just tuck up? No, he's going the double, I think. Oh, it's in. Great game,
Well
guys.
done, Luke Anglesey.
All right, I'm going to go do some
Wowzers.
presentations.
15-14.
Alright. Round of applause for Luke Anglesey. What a match, guys. 15-14. Dax Wasley, huge comeback. He was 12-7 down. Got back 12-6 down apparently. Luke wasn't counting. I thought it was 12-7. Got back in front and that last frame could have gone either way. Great match, boys. We're going to get pretty quickly on to the next match pretty soon. Nathan and Luke, just 5 minutes to get organised. Nathan and Stone, sorry. I'm just going to grab the raffle card for the streaming, which was, yep, I know you're going to get money, it's all good. I trust you. And we'll do the draw to see who won the $100 and $50. So, first prize was $100. That goes to, oh God, my eyes are terrible. Number 59, which goes to the Albany Pool Association. So, thanks to Albany. I'm sure some of the guys are up there watching. And so I have to